back in the day, that's how I start. Back in the day, I was a loan officer. Was anyone in the mortgage industry back 2000s? Couple people? Yeah, so, and the direct response mail crushed. Well, what that means is we would send out mail to everybody, and the mail was maybe slightly misleading, right? But it told people to refinance and call us. And our phones would ring. We would drop about $1 million a month on the mail, and our phones would ring nonstop. Literally, everybody calling to refinance, pull out cash, right? And so our marketing was awesome. Our system sucked. I would find a scratch piece of paper on my desk and take down the phone number and the name, hopefully get their social and their address, right? And if I couldn't get them and close them on the first call, I would probably never follow up again. Maybe twice. So luckily, I was still able to make a ton of money. However, the system sucked, right? And I always look back and think about all the money that I probably didn't make. Like literally, we had piles of papers. Oh, I need to call that dude back. Where's his phone number? Oh, it's here. Oh, nope, that's the other person that we need to call back. Here's the phone ringing, whatever, right? It was like crazy. And then what happened to that whole business, right? The market tanked and that was done. So I actually got completely out of real estate for 7 years. I let my license go. So I got back into real estate, and I figured that I would need a system to start making some money. I came in and I had $0. My mom was giving me money. I was 38, maybe 37. My mom was paying my rent, my car payment. I had zero money. I just lost everything in another business, which is another story, right? So I'm a brand new realtor, and I joined this office. I was the youngest person in the office at 37 or 38. I think I was the brownest guy in that office too. So that was really interesting. And they said, and I said, how do I get deals? Well, go do open houses and pass out your cards. Here's a pile of cards, go and pass them out. That didn't sound like a really promising way by passing out cards. So I go online, I find out that you can buy Zillow leads. At this time, I had no money to my name. But one of my good friends let me borrow $400, and I bought Zillow leads in the worst neighborhood in Sacramento. I've walked into like every kind of crazy squatter story you can imagine, needles, a handyman getting shot at one of the houses, right? Like it was crazy. Average sales price in Sacramento, that neighborhood, in 2014, I think, was like $70,000. So you guys do the math. That's like shit, okay? So I didn't have any money except for this, these leads that one of my friends bought, and I had to convert them. I was tired of asking my mom to pay my bills, like as a grown-ass man. I wanted to go out and like go to dinner and party and do fun stuff, and I couldn't, right? My mom was paying my bills, gas money, food, and rent. So how am I going to get a system to make sure that I convert leads? Because I was just like everybody else. Has anyone in here ever been scared to pick up the phone and call? No? Let's see a hand raised if you've ever been afraid to pick up the phone and call. Okay, good. Everybody. Yes, still sometimes, right? So, and what do you say in a text? What do you do? How often do you follow up? All these things that I'm sure everyone thinks about and goes through. So what did I do? I spent a bunch of money, researched a bunch of stuff, went to every event, went to all these coaches, and just researched and researched and researched, and I found a system. And that system got us to #1 in the state of California in 6 years of me getting licensed. So I think it's worth listening to. Let's talk about really easy tools of the trade. Does everybody know what a CRM is? Does anybody not know what a CRM is? Okay, make sure that you use the CRM. Client Resource Manager, Customer Resource Manager, something, CRM, right? It's its own word now. Make sure that you use it for notes. You should have notes. Make sure that you have some type of stages to filter the data, a meaningful stage. I like the Zillow stages because that's just how my mind thinks. Whatever stages you use, understand them, make them meaningful, just use them, right? Does everyone know what an IDX site is? Yes? No? So most of you probably have one, but an IDX site is a site that somebody can go, and it's like BrileyTeam.com, right? Like your guys' Boomtown site is an IDX site. Someone can go search homes on your website. Everyone has one of those, right? And if not, you can get one for super cheap. Your board probably has one that you can get a great deal on. So, to get real basic, we have two main lead types. We have buyer leads, obviously, and seller leads. There's two types of leads within these types. The first one is property specific. So they give you an inquiry on a specific property. That's how it works, right? Property. And then general. So then somebody's just looking online and types in that they want to buy a home. Then the seller leads. These are the best ones. I love these. Come list me. Come give me a listing presentation. You guys like those leads? Yes, too much. And then a home value or some other kind of info. We're going to go through these sources. So in the pantheon of leads, pantheon like in the funnel, which I'm going to use that word again later, so we're just going to stick with pantheon, the ranking. Portals for me have been the best converting lead source. What's a portal? Zillow, Realtor.com. Referrals is a great lead source, right? I'm talking about here Flex. I'm talking here OpCity, HomeLight, Fast Expert. Then you have PPC. How is PPC? How do you get those leads? That's somebody going on Google and typing in, I want to buy a house in Sacramento. Then you have a Facebook lead. Facebook lead is somebody scrolling on Facebook looking at their neighbor's dog or some shit and seeing a picture of a house and hitting a button to get more information. Then we have everything else. And I want you guys to think about this, is every open house sign that we have has lead capture. Every for sale sign that we have has lead capture. You guys can go get an easy lead capture phone number and put it on everything. So whenever somebody calls on a listing of ours, or whenever somebody types a QR code on like a sign, or if they call the number on the open house sign, we capture all their information and add them to our CRM too, right? And in fact, everybody that you talk to about real estate, take everyone in your phone, all your contacts, and upload them into your CRM too, okay? Oh, that's the wrong way. What's the best place to test your skills on leads? Like pick up the phone and just start dialing, and then you'll see how good everything else is. I was in Tahoe last week with these guys for an event, and I met this guy. He was like 25. I don't know if I told you guys this yet. Young guy. Like I wouldn't let him come and sell me like the newspaper, dude. He looked young. 25, not a hair on his face, and he ran a team, and he runs a team somewhere on the East Coast, and their leads are like people's phone numbers. Right? So those good dudes are badass salesmen. This is a brand new slide I just added especially for this because you have all these other lead sources, and if people say, well, I don't have enough leads, like pick up the damn phone. Call somebody. So this is a new one, guys. So the second pillar of working the leads is the initial contact. Okay? Let's talk about the importance of speed to lead. We want to get these people on the phone super fast. We want to get them on the phone while they're in front of the computer. They hit the button, and they're still in that mode. The second that they get up, and maybe their kid is screaming, unless that's only my house, as soon as I sit down and do something, the kids scream. Or maybe, they get a call or some shit. Like, you want to get them at that moment that they hit the button. Does everybody understand that? Is there, yes? Is there any purpose in waiting? You sure? There's no purpose. Yes, no, yes. Okay, good. So, and if you can't reach that person on that first call, should you call them again? Yes. Double dial, war dial, hang up, call them back. Should you call them again? Sure, why not? Triple dial them. If they don't answer, here's the cadence that I learned that took my business through the roof. Write this down. It's the 3x3. 3 times a day for the first 3 days. 3 times a week for the next 3 weeks, 3 times a month for the next 3 months, and then once a month for fucking ever. Buy or die, right? Like get them on the phone. The 3x3, and I'm saying calls. Pick up the phone. You can send some text messages. The email that you send doesn't count for shit. Okay, we're not counting that. pick up the phone and call them. We're going to talk about texting on the next slide. Text and email. See, told you. So we send texts? Yes, a ton of them. In my business, I've preferred to automate that. There's a lot of systems that do that. If you don't have that tool, totally fine. Just save the text messages that you want to send in your phone, in your notes, and just copy and paste and do it as some kind of cadence, right? Let's talk about emails. So everybody's CRM, because everyone says that they know what it is, so that means that you have one, right? Everyone's CRM should have some kind of cooked-in emails, right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So those are fine. You're not going to send some special, normal type of email. Just use that stuff and let it go. Let's talk about the specific scripts for buyer leads. Like, these are the only two options. Don't get creative and make anything up. Just use these. Number one, ALM. You guys know about that? What's ALM? What's ALM, guys? Good. You are paying attention. Good. And next, we got, so that's for property, that's the property-specific leads. Appointment, location, motivation. Go for the appointment. Non-property specifics. We do LP Mama. That's an old school script. Location, price, motivation, agent. So as soon as I quit asking people if they had an agent, I started selling more houses. So we don't ask people that on the first call. Mortgage. As soon as I stopped asking people if they were pre-qualified before I went to show them a house, I started selling way more houses. First one's free. We're like New Jack City, right? First one's free. So that's why I put maybe in there. And then again, we always go for the appointment. And the intention of that whole first contact, besides getting an appointment, is to determine their time frame, right? I mean, you want to get in front of that person. You would love to get in front of that person first, because we've been told that 70% of agents work with the first buyer that they meet. So we're going to assume that hopefully you're the first agent that they meet, buyers and agents. And it's going to determine how we approach the lead the rest of the way. And that's pillar 3. This is going to be the juiciest one. Okay, we're going to talk about content creation for follow-up, metrics, bottom of funnel, top of funnel. Kobe's nodding his head because he knows I'm going to go deep on this one, right? The content. So metrics, what our metrics are, that means like how we track stuff is by conversations. Not a sent email, not a sent text. I want a reply. Not a phone call made, a conversation was had. Okay? Bottom of funnel. So when we talk about leads, I told you guys I was going to talk about this too. The top of funnel is when somebody first comes in, is in the early consideration phase. What's that? Oh, well, hey babe, let's go buy a house. Maybe we should go look at a house. Type in Google, right? They're super new to it. Not, here's the house that I want to see and I want to see it now, right? So that's the difference, bottom to top. How closely they are to transacting. And when you talk to people, so you guys, take a picture of this too. I feel like this slide is out of order, but we'll just go with it. Take a picture of this. These are the scripts, right? I see this from agents every day. Have you seen anything online you like lately? Has anyone sent that? Yes. How valuable is that? How about just checking in? Has anyone ever sent that in a text for your follow-up? Doesn't it feel weird to send it? Like, who talks like this? Hey, just checking in. Quit this shit. That's why I want you to take a picture and make sure you never send it again. Okay? Instead, we were talking about this morning with John, is we want to provide value. Like, don't say, have you seen anything online that you want to see? Here's what happens. Let's say that it was a Zillow lead, or let's say it was Realtor.com. And they click a button, and now you talk to them, and you show them a house maybe, or you talk to them maybe. They're not real hot. Then they decide that they want to go look at houses again. And maybe they're on a different side. Maybe they're on Zillow now. It's easier for them to click a button to find a house online than to go find your fucking phone number to call you back, right? So when you do that process, like you're really not providing any value. Trust me, I was that agent, right? I was the agent that would find out about the showing, pull it up on Zillow, go to the house, and never seen it. So, okay, that's in a different slide too. But I'm just saying, like, let's use these better scripts. So I just saw these homes hit the market, and they immediately made me think of you. I have some time on Thursday and Saturday. Which one works better for us to check them out? Or send them an article. Check out this article. Go to Google and Google like local real estate news. Or maybe they talked about getting pre-qualified, or maybe they talked about some neighborhood, or whatever conversation you had. Go Google it and send them a recent article. A market update. We're going to talk about this. This next line is great. My office has this coming soon listing. Here are some details. It hits the market this Friday. Are you free to go have a look? Let me ask you, does your office have any coming soon listings? Yes. Every one of yours, I hope, has at least one. Right? Share that information. Like, that's how you convert and get people to call you back. Everyone take a picture of this one? Good. Now, content. The best way to nurture these people and to be seen as a market leader is by like being basically the news or the celebrity. We were just at an event in Tahoe, and every agent in that room sees my face nonstop on their social media. The ones in Sacramento said I haunt them, right? That's on purpose. Okay, so content creation is key, and these guys have been doing great at it. I don't follow the other people in here, but you guys might be great at it too. But here is the content formula on videos that you need to make every single month. Market update. This is the information. Okay, where do you get the market update information from? The MLS. Super easy. You should be able to push a button, right? Market update. We just take that with the same script and record it with a teleprompter, guys, every month. We just take it out and replace it. Consumer tips are some other authority piece. What's an authority piece? Here are 3 rooms you need to prepare to sell your house. Here are 2 ways to get your offer accepted. There's literally no shortage of content or ways that you can arrange it to have original pieces always. People were asking me, where do I get the scripts from? Has everyone in here heard of Keeping Current Matters? So you can take a script, run it through a teleprompter app, big view, and you're going to hear that said multiple times, and read it. The people that are watching aren't going to know you went to Keeping Current Matters and did all this work, or maybe they do, and they're going to give you a high five or be a hater. Who fucking cares? Let's sell some houses, right? Like, let's just make sure that it's something to post. This next one too, client testimonials. Are you guys taking a picture of your clients when you hand them the keys? Right? So let's get testimonials. Ask them how their experience was. Right? Ask them how they reached out to you. The next type of video is a home, business, or local site tour. Go to a park. Go to a restaurant. It doesn't have to be fancy. In fact, everybody, and this is an ask, go follow me on Instagram and go to my oldest first post. It's back when you could only do a 15-second video on Instagram. I was way thinner, had way more hair, way less money though, and which is important. But I just filmed a video for everything. And the agents in my office, where I was the youngest person, said, wow, Suneet, sure seems like you do a lot of business. Didn't you just start? Because they just saw me on the video. And all my friends and mom's friends in the business just started to compound. Okay? You guys all gonna start these? No? You guys just listening for fun? Which is cool too, I mean. Is anyone gonna film any of these? Yes? When? Really? That's fast. Good. Seriously? Okay, good. Okay, good. Market update's easy. MLS, you guys have access, I hope. Right? Mine literally has a button that says Trends, Market Update, and pick the month. As soon as I get home, I have to film it for last month. It comes out on the 7th in Sacramento. Super easy, guys. So let's talk about how we deploy the content. So we do long form. Long form for us is like around 2 minutes. Post it to YouTube. Make a YouTube page. Post it to LinkedIn. People see LinkedIn. So short form, which is the really in thing right now. And I know there's lots of fancy people online, and I get it, and there's also a lot of people that aren't doing anything, so you're going to stand out. Short form goes to Instagram, Reels and Stories, TikTok. Yes, I TikTok. I don't dance, but I TikTok. I don't think anyone would watch those dancing videos of Suneet anyways. And Facebook. Like, the amount of attention you get from those short form posts from people who aren't following you is massive. I mean, guys, back in the day, listen, like, if you wanted to do an ad, what were your options? TV, super expensive, right? The newspaper, yellow pages, radio, and you would hope to get half the views that you get now with social media. Social media, copy someone else's shit, copy my shit, like I don't care. Copy someone else and just do it every day. You can do it while you're with the kids at the park. Maybe that's a bad example. You should do it like when you're in the restroom. There you go, right? Like, this is something that is free and gets massive reach. Maybe I should stop doing it when I'm with my kids, but hey. Email the long form, email the long videos to your clients. Once a week, we send an email to 97,000 people in my CRM. Once a week. Do a ton of people watch it? Probably not, right? But are there any other agents who are doing it as consistently as me? And I know definitely not. Use the short form, and we're going to get a little techie here. Use the short form social media as ads to follow your clients around. Okay? So this is going to get a little technical, but you can do it. Here's some ideas. Consumer-facing ads, right? So that first one is an authority piece. What's it say? The real estate market of the last couple of years is changing. We're seeing new things happen that we haven't seen, right? That copy was written by AI. The post was written by AI. The new real estate market, and that takes them to my site. Then we have a testimonial. Right, look, it's some people just standing in the front yard. Then we have my monthly market update. More testimonials. Like, these are everything. Dude, like, it comes in, looks like a TikTok. People are stoked to see this, guys. Right, this is not hard. Get testimonials, get the reviews from everybody. Use this as a copy in a post, right? Look what, I don't have my readers on up here, but you could easily say, what's that, Jazzy loves golf or something? I don't know. But you could use that as a post to send. You could use that as an email to send, right? Easy shit. And here are the emails to the consumers. And this is something that I talk to these guys about as their business coach, right? Like, we send these out to people in our system. All these scripts are copied. Not a single one is original, guys. They're all copied, okay? Not word for word, but we get the ideas from Keeping Current Matters or from other stuff that we see on YouTube, and we just copy it. So just go to my YouTube and copy me, and like and subscribe. So... But look, I mean, we had 41% open rate on that. When I got this for this presentation, like, wow. That means like almost, what, 45,000 people opened that fucking email? Like, that's a lot, right? So how else can we create content? So you could go to Facebook groups. Lab Coat Agents, there must be one here that's local. If not, you guys should make one, right? Go on there and see what people are talking about when they're dealing with the consumers. Go to YouTube. Type in real estate. See what people have videos with the most likes and subscribes. And do the same type of video. That's free. We can all do that. Keeping current matters. Right? If you guys want to get a little techie, go to Answer the Public. It's free. If you type in the search or type in the term, it'll tell you actually what people are searching for to get to that result on Google. It's super cool. I think it's like 2 or 3 free tries a day, which is all I've ever needed in years. Super cool, completely free. Okay? The one hack for content creation, I'm going to tell you guys, and I feel like it's cheating, but I'm going to tell you this hack, is you go to YouTube or you go to Keeping Current Matters and you find something that you want to copy. If it's Keeping Current Matters, you copy and paste it, you get this program, or you go to this software, a site called jasper.ai. Has anybody in here heard of that? Dude, that is the marketers, yes, good job, because I'm always talking about it, right? Jasper.ai, it is the marketing hack of all hacks. So you go to Keeping Current Matters, you copy and paste it, you paste it in, or you copy it and you paste it in Jasper, and it gives you a brand new script, and it's original, and there you go. Let's say that you go to YouTube, and somebody has like 10,000 likes on something real estate that you would like to copy. You get another app, or just your phone maybe, and you just do voice to text, right? I use otter.ai, but I think the Apple phone just does that anyways. So you do voice to text, and you let the video get transcribed by the app, and then you take what the app has transcribed, and you run it through Jasper. Like, you've literally just written some great copy, a great script, just by copying and pasting, and it's original. Okay, did everybody follow me? Or more like, did anybody follow me? Yes, like this shit is so easy, it feels bad to do, guys. Not as bad as being broke. So, pillar 4, the closing. There's no shortage of great scripts out there for our presentations. And by presentation, like, this is how I see it, right, guys? So we generate the lead in the first pillar. We get an appointment with them in the second pillar. We nurture them in the third pillar, and now we have to close and get paid, right? So the fourth pillar is the closing presentation. And for me, we talked about this with John earlier, is whatever presentation that you're going to do when you're at the house, when you're at the table, I just want you to have something prepared. Don't go in and depend on anything else. Okay, let's have some preparation. You guys have something that you know every time? No? Okay, well, we got to work on that. You guys addressed the part though, so that's a part of it. But have something that you know that you can recite, right? Like, know what kind of objections that people are going to say. Well, Suneet, how do I know what they're going to say? Ask the agents. What are people saying out there? What did you say? What worked? What didn't? I'm going to wait for prices to drop. Has anyone ever heard of that in the last couple of months? So a thing that will aid in being a mainstay of your presentation are USPs, unique selling propositions. Okay, so guaranteed offer at a listing. Do you guys offer that? Yeah? Guaranteed offer at listings. Does it work? How about on the buy side? Love it or leave it. You guys run that? Yeah? No? Well, we should talk about it. But So that's where you tell somebody that. So what we want to do is risk reversal, right? Well, I don't know. I might get this, I might meet this girl, or I might move, or I might get a new job. So you say the love it or leave it program is, if you have to leave anytime within 18 months, we'll sell your house for free, as long as you buy something else. And even if it's out of town, as long as we can get paid on it. In all my years of using that, and right, we've sold about, I don't know, 7,000 houses in the last 8 years? 6,000? 5,000? I really don't know. Must be 5,000. I've only had to do that once. And let's talk about starting with value before you show up, okay, as part of that presentation. Have you guys ever heard a high note? Or not that you need to go out and buy it, but have something that you can send a person before, right? Even you have to start the presentation. Pre-listing packets, that's an example, right? How about if you take a video of yourself? Hopefully you've been sending this person a bunch of them. But send something of value, right? Like, show them that you know something, like send them an article. I'm just saying, come prepared. This is a bad slide, but just come prepared. So let's talk about closing. This is where the rubber hits the road. Like, do you have a close at the house? You better. You better come there looking for blood. Do you have a close? A really easy buyer presentation is to rank the house from 1 to 10. Let's say you show somebody 3 houses. The first 2 get 1s and the third one gets 9. Should you ask that person if they want to write an offer? It's a really easy system. Does that make sense? Right? Every showing you have, rank it. And if the person says out of 9, well, I know you're looking for a 10. Great. What's a 10 look like? Do you really think that you're going to find it? The 10 that you're talking about does not exist in your price range. This is a great house that will X, Y, and Z and fit your needs for your family. Right? And if they don't, write an offer at the buyer presentation. Schedule the next appointment. Great. Well, let's follow up in a week. There's going to be new houses that hit the market on Thursday. There's a ton of tech out there that helps with a lot of this stuff. I have the list of it on my website. Let's talk about listings. If you go to a house for a CMA or a listing presentation and you don't take the paperwork filled out, you need to change your ways. I was going to say something meaner, but have listing paperwork on you always. My agents went, I'm going to go back and DocuSign it. No. As you do that, my ISAs are calling the person that is going to sell, and I'm going to go there with a fucking contract and sign it. And I'm going to sit there until the dude signs it. So take the paperwork. No more DocuSign on buyer presentations, on listing presentations. And let me even tell you that even in a buyer presentation, doing these DocuSigns for their first offer, like, how does that feel when you just send somebody who you've never looked over the buyer contract, you just send them a DocuSign? Is that good customer service? Like, this is a story. My wife was due with our second kid. And I went to I took her to get the testing for handicaps, right? Where they do all those sonograms or whatever it is, and do the testing. And the person there who went over the different options, my daughter was healthy, thank goodness. But the woman there that delivered all the options, she maybe had a 2-year cert to be in that role. And she turned around the folder, the binder, with all the different medical shit in there and went over every single test while looking at me. Can you do that with an offer when you meet a buyer? Like, you should be able to. Like, walk the people through this. They will appreciate that. You build a deeper connection than just sending a DocuSign. You send somebody new that you just met off Zillow a friggin' DocuSign with a contract where they got to sign their soul. Like, that's not a good process. Kind of went off on a tangent there, but it really was impressive. Like, the tech at the doctor's office turned the binder around, told me what every genetic test was while looking me in the face. Where's the money? Where's the money? It's there. Close everybody, okay? Go for the gold. Go for the blood. Go for the money. Here's all my links so you guys can follow everywhere besides just my Instagram. And that's it. We saved some time for some questions. I hope you have some. If not, you're like the smartest room I've ever told this to, so that's good. Yes?
What do you say to somebody that wants you to reduce your commission?
Well, here's the thing. On a buy side or a listing?
Repeat the question.
Okay, so she asked, what do you do if somebody wants you to reduce your commission? Is that on a buy side or a sell side? Sell side? Look, like, here's the thing, is I will reduce my commission as I reduce my services. Right? Like, that's, like, I'm good. Do you want me to take pictures with my cell phone and not even put a sign out front? I don't give a shit. I'll have a VA put that sucker up. Right? But people never want that. They want more, right? So with more costs more money. But here's the thing too, and I learned this from a coach, is a sign in the ground is worth more than a sign in the trunk. Right? So will I take a reduced listing? I will. I'm not telling you guys to, but I'm in the volume game, right? To where I want to sell thousands of homes a year. So for me, it's systematized out where VAs are doing most of the heavy lifting. I don't even ever have to talk to the person again. That's a different answer. For you, know what your value is worth. How much time is the seller going to suck up from you that you could be out doing other shit that's going to make you more money? So, if the house is next door to me and I don't got to do much, I might take it a little bit easy, right? I'm not going to start that way, but I'm not going to walk out without that paperwork signed in that instance. If someone's just a dick and wants 0.5% for the whole package, then yeah, I'm going to walk out. And then see that house never sell anyways, right? So, does that help? Any more questions on that? What are you going to do when somebody asks you for a lower commission?
I have never lowered my commission.
Good, don't start.
I have had people ask, and I say I haven't reduced my commission for friends or family.
Good.
6% is nothing after you pay buyer's agent their half.
Yes, take that, do it, kill it. Yes, I love it. I love it.
You had mentioned the referral part when you were kind of in the portal and all that. I didn't catch that. So what did you consider to be a referral?
Sure, yes. For the purpose of that slide, I'm talking about referral lead sources, okay? Not referral like your mom's person at work, friend at work. So for me, it's like OpCity, which most of you guys probably have access to, Zillow Flex, HomeLight, Fast Expert. There's literally like 40 referral type lead programs. The best one is Flex.
So those are the ones that you're not paying a monthly out for.
Yeah. So right when I first started in the lead game back in the day, and guys, I've been licensed for 8 years. Right, my first week as an agent, I'm speaking on the Zillow stage next week about this. My first week as an agent, I started buying Zillow leads, like I told you, for no money. And as soon as I started to make commissions, I started just buying leads. And I learned real fast what were the lead sources in. And I lived, thin. I just kept on reinvesting in myself and in my business and doing the skill building stuff and leading the right way, and it really worked out for us. The thing that worked was everything that you all know you should be doing anyways, right? It wasn't anything new. It was just a process that I needed. I'm going off, way off. Does that help? Any other questions, guys? Yes, sir. I can't hear you at all, bro. Oh, in 4 minutes? Good, yes.
Repeat the question, Suneet.
So top mega team in California. I also own the office, the brokerage. What does my hiring and firing process look like? Well, I'm a recruiting coach for businesses, if that tells you anything, right? We recruit full time. What does the process look like? Same as doing sales, man, right? Like KFR is a saying that we have. Keep effing recruiting. That's like my mantra all day. Just like keep on selling. So what the process is, we treat it like lead gen. We generate leads, whether it's through outbound calls or inbound opportunities. We get them to an appointment. I close on every first appointment. Like that's the rule. The paperwork is presented every time. That is the hiring process. The firing process. Well, I drop your license and say peace, right? And remove you from my Facebook. Not my Instagram though, because I want those followers. But I will drop you off my Facebook. For an agent to get fired, like we have a lot of agents on the team, and I own the brokerage. So for someone to get fired, I understand that everybody in real estate and is on their own journey. My standards are, don't break the law, don't be an asshole, right? As long as you aren't doing that, there's an opportunity for you to hang your license at my operation. You might not be able to talk to me on the phone, right? I charge $3,000 an hour to talk to somebody, so you better be making me that to get my time straight up. But otherwise, like you can hang your license and just do whatever. You're not going to get leads or anything. Does that answer? What else? So how do you hire? Like, how many people do you have right now? So do you want to know what the recruiting presentation is? I can tell you that. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. What are you looking for in your next real estate opportunity? And an agent or a team lead or a team is always going to answer the same things. I know the objections that anybody is going to say when I do my kind of presentation, right? Support, branding, training, leads, money. That's what it really comes down to, space. So do I have an answer for each of those? Yes, and I present each of those answers, right? If that works with what the person is looking for, great. It usually does, because I'm number one. And everyone wants to be a part of that. If not, cool. Does that help? Here's the thing with the recruiting, are for sales anyways, is you don't come into a sales situation and start talking about how great you are. Like, you don't go to a showing and say, yes, well, hi, my name's Suneet, I sold 20 houses this week. Like, you don't do that. So you always make it about whoever you are meeting, right? So that is the same in any kind of sales presentation in my life. Like, I like question-based sales. Just keep on asking them questions until they're out, until they don't have any more. Ask the thoughtful stuff, and then ask for the business when they're done with all their questions. 36 seconds, time for one more. Yes, sir?
On your past client database, how many touches a year does a past client receive from you?
So for sure, one a month. So the best way that I have found for our past clients is to invite them to some kind of event every quarter. And honestly, I don't care if they come. I just want to invite them, thank them for coming, or tell them that we missed them. Right? Anybody else? We have 4 seconds.
What sort of conversion ratio do you get off that database?
That database?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's like conversion ratio off the database. I don't know if there's a real way to track that. Like, we do lead sources from historical time frames, and I'm sorry to say that, not from like back of the day, but 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, and a year, right? So that's what we always look at is on those leads. And it really depends on the lead source. Our highest converting lead source, probably the highest converting lead source for any team is going to be Zillow, right? Our lowest converting lead source, which is probably going to be the same for anybody, is going to be Facebook leads, right? What it comes down to, man, is like really cost per transaction, right? Yes?
Same thought process. Like, how many transactions are you doing versus how many total people are in your database? So, like, if you're doing 100, like, I know you're doing.
So we did 2,000. We did 2,000, but there's like 95,000 people in the system. Does that mean that we converted at 2%? No, because I got less leads than that this year, right? So I think that tracking that, I like to track like historical. How many leads converted in 30 days compared to 90 days, compared to 180 days, compared to 1 year, right? After 1 year, I don't track that specific conversion. And I look at these numbers every single day. I'm obsessed with those conversion numbers. Yes, sir.
How do you come up with 95,000?
But those are the people that got in my system, man, from Realtor.com, from Zillow, Facebook, PPC, sign calls, every lead source. So that's just the amount of people in there. Maybe it's 96,000 as of this morning. I don't know. We good? Anybody else? I see people thinking that they want to ask something, but not sure that they really want to. Okay, good. So I say yes. Brian does what? The A pluses, A's, B's, and C's? Something. Yeah, so I mean, I think that makes sense to pay more attention to the people that have already referred you business, right? But I mean, I'm a real estate coach, and his podcast, the Buffini Show podcast, is super good, guys. So if you guys want some free, great content, that's a good place. Does that help?
Yeah, I just didn't know if you had it in the system before saying, hey, here's this, but we're going to do, the top 100 people you send something out to.
So do I pick up the phone and invite all 95,000 people in my system to come sit on Santa's lap? No. Right? But we do ask the people that we've transacted with and the people that we're currently showing houses to. But I will send everybody pictures of it and say, look at our Santa event for our past clients. Give them FOMO. Cool, guys? Good? I'm going to be around all day long mostly, so let me know. Thank you, okay?